Hello, friends and family. Welcome to Creating This Home. Welcome. If you are new here, I am Kayla, a married mother with 5 children, and today I am going to be doing a Get It All Done kitchen reset. All right, friends, jumping right in. My kitchen is a hot mess express. I haven't done my dishes in about a day and a half, and sometimes these things happen, especially when we're consumed with homeschool and the day gets away from us and we just are not able to get to them. So I have a list right here that I'm going to tackle, and I'm going to get this kitchen all reset. So stick around, stay tuned. If you have not subscribed already, make sure you do that so that you do not miss any uploads. Also hit that notification bell and give this video a big thumbs up because creating this home is awesome. So I'm working in my kitchen today, and you guys seen that I have a list, and on that list I have everything that I want to tackle, dishes being one of them. So all of you may or may not know that I have a love-hate relationship with the dishes. This year I'm working on embracing the dishes a lot more than just being negative about the dishes. So just like laundry, I love doing the laundry. I want to love doing the dishes as well, or at least be at peace with doing the dishes. They're not my favorite chore, but it's okay. I'm learning to be thankful for the fact that there's dirty dishes, and those dirty dishes mean that my children have full bellies and they are not hungry. So I'm so thankful and grateful to God to be able to have the food to provide to my children, and to be able to have spoons, cups, plates, so forth and etc. for them to eat off of or to eat with, so that they are comfortable when they are enjoying whatever it is that they are eating. So with that being said, I am going to go ahead and tackle these dishes. I do have my portal here with me, and I'm watching a little YouTube on it, so that's what's keeping me company today, and I am grateful for this little machine. It is awesome. I will leave it linked down in the description below. We've had it for a while. It is amazing, and needless to say, it is helping me get through these dishes today. So that is what I'm going to do. The plan is to knock out the dishes and move on to the next task. Also, I have on my comfortable clothes, which means that I do not plan to deviate from this list at all. I am definitely striving to get everything on the list done, and thank God I had the energy to do so, because with 5 children and homeschooling and being a mom and a wife and a computer science student myself, sometimes I'm not able to just get all the things done, and it's okay. You know, if you work in one spot at a time, that is completely okay. I typically break down my house like that. I'll do my kitchen one day, I'll do my dining room and my living room another day, homeschool room if I can get to it, but most of the time we are in there, and just I like to leave it like it is, because it's just memory. You know, when my kids are painting or they're coloring or they're doing homework and things get a little messy, it just brings my heart so much joy, because I know that these are the days that they are young and that they are learning, and that they are just being able to illustrate when they draw, or being able to read and write summaries on whatever it is that they are reading. You know, it just brings my heart a lot of joy to see my homeschool room used versus Pinterest worthy. So whatever happens in that room, typically we let it stay until the end of the week. We don't let it get trashed, but we certainly allow it to be used, and that's the way it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be utilized because it is a homeschool room. So getting back to just breaking down tasks, sometimes I'll do my bathrooms 2 at a time, or maybe I'll do 2 bathrooms and then a room, or, you know, I never try to get the whole house done at one time. That's the whole point. I never tried to get the whole house done at one time. I just try to break it up into whatever it is that I feel like doing that day or the next day or whenever I can get to it. So And my children, they do help out a lot. They have chores and they are expected to do their chores, and they're pretty good about doing their chores and keeping their rooms together, except for my boys. If you have boys, then toys are just going to be on the floor, especially Legos. My kids are into Legos, especially my boys. They are building and they love to build, and they love to build anything with Legos. So those are always constantly on the floor, which is no big deal because, thank God they're being used. But I'm getting these dishes done, and on the list, I'm also going to vacuum and mop and get a little bit of laundry done. I'm also going to be making some tea. I will not be putting sugar in the tea. I will be adding honey later to the tea, but you'll see as I get this list checked off what we're going to be doing. So let's conquer the dishes. As I continue to do the dishes, I just want to talk to you all about 2024 and what a blessing it has been already. So my children are halfway through the school year, which is a complete blessing. And we are so thankful that we have the tools and the resources to get all of our assignments and our projects and everything that's necessary that we need to get done. We're able to get done because we have everything that we need, which is a blessing, because I know there's some students that struggle all year with being able to have the correct tools and resources that they need to get things done. And a lot of teachers have to pick up the slack and make sure that their students are equipped enough to be able to get things done. And I just want to say thank you. If you are a teacher, thank you so much for what you do for our young generation. Thank you so much for pouring into our youth and making sure that they are well equipped to get through the school year. Not only that, but making sure that they are well mentally and physically and everything else. So thank you. If you are a teacher or you have been a teacher, thank you so much for being able to provide the knowledge and being able to, get through the challenge of having, 20 or plus kids in a classroom. I have 5 in my classroom, and I feel like that is enough for one person. But I could not imagine having 18 or 19 or 20 or plus 20 in a classroom and only being one teacher. And I know that's the reality for teachers today, is that there's not enough teachers per the students. And so sometimes either the teacher goes without or sometimes the students go without. But if you have been a teacher and you've served in a classroom, thank you so much. Thank you so much. it's hard when you have a lot on your plate, and it becomes very challenging when you're trying to finish all the tasks on your plate. So I just want to say thank you again to all the teachers around the world that are teaching our youth and making sure that they are full of knowledge. So we are halfway through the school year, and my children are doing really well in school. School's going very well for the Santanas, and I can't be more grateful and thankful for that. You know, I have had students that have had trouble with some things, and they are now pushing through and pulling through, and it's been such a blessing to see my kindergartner go from not reading to full out reading and enjoying it, and reading to his big brother and saying, you know, oh my goodness, I can read this book, to see him so excited. And in kindergarten, I know that they're not expected to read chapter books or anything like that, but my baby, he's reading big books, and it is just so thrilling. Whenever he learned how to read, he just really excelled and took off. And he struggled a bit in the beginning, but he's got it now. He's really got it now. And all of my kids are reading and writing and just doing swell. And that's all I can ask for as an educator myself, is, you know, making sure that my children progress and that my students are just well equipped and full of knowledge. And, you know, it's challenging to make sure that they can meet their goals, but at the same time, it's motivating when you see them hit that milestone, and they're just so happy with themselves. That is the real joy, is when you see them so happy with themselves and they light up like candles, and they're like, I got this. They have a fire under them, and they continue because they know that they can. It's been such a blessing to watch all of my children excel in school, and I will continue to homeschool as long as I can. And that just works for my family, and we love it. We enjoy it. It's hard work, but it's hard work that I enjoy. That's something that really brings me joy. And if I'm ever feeling tapped out, or my well is not full enough for all of my children, I'll just take a half a day for my children, which is very, very, very rare. You know, it's probably once or twice in the school year that I actually give myself a teacher's work day, because I'm always home with my children, for one. So we are able to get a lot done. And then on top of that, you know, I'm mom, so my kids will come to me. It doesn't matter what time of the day. If they need something, I'm going to make sure they have. So I don't really take teacher work days for myself. I should, but you know, I definitely take the weekends for me. I love to spend time with my family during the weekends, but the weekends recently I've been taking for myself, and I'll take, you know, like the end of Saturday and then the whole day Sunday for me. And that's the way that I'm able to just kind of function through all the chaos that I have going on in my life, which, you know, it's good chaos, but nonetheless, it is still chaos. So now I'm hand washing the dishes that would not fit inside the dishwasher, and I am going to finish getting these all hand washed, and then we will check on our list and get some things checked off. Now that the dishes are done and the floor is finally vacuumed, because I cannot do the dishes without vacuuming and mopping the floor. Typically, that is just how things roll for me, is that I will go ahead and do the dishes and then I will do the vacuuming and the mopping afterwards. But now I am just refilling some of my multi-purpose surface cleaner. It is by the company Growth Collaborative. All you have to do is pour in 1 ounce of concentrate and mix it with 16 ounces of water, and voila, you have your cleaner and it is all ready to go. So I'm just wiping down some appliances, starting with my dishwasher, and then I'm going to go ahead and start wiping down the trash can, because Lord knows if it didn't need it. And my trash can is stainless steel, as you can see, so it gets a lot of fingerprints because it gets a lot of use. There's a lot of other residue that is stuck on here as well, but we won't talk about that. But I'm just getting as much done as I can because my kids are in their rooms, they're playing their games, and they love to be around each other. They just really, really enjoy being together. As a matter of fact, I spoke about this once before, is that where one is, all of them are. So if it gets quiet, most likely it's something they're all doing and not just one or two of them. Now, my smaller two, they do have a habit of getting into things together, and they're 5 and 7, so they're really close, which my 5-year-old will be 6 this month, which makes my heart just sing with joy. But at the same time, I'm like, my baby my baby is growing up. I can handle him turning 5, but 6, I am all just emo about it. I really am. So I'm getting the tea pitcher now, and what I'm going to do is go ahead and fill it up with tea, water, and ice. I am not going to add any sugar to this tea because later on after the video, I added after the tea steeped, I added honey to it because we were just getting over the flu and colds and things like that, and so I just wanted my kids to have natural ingredients. And the tea that I'm steeping is actually hibiscus tea, which is really good, and they really enjoy the flavor of it. So I added honey to it instead of raw sugar or sugar cane, or any of the sugars. So and it turned out really good. If you've never added honey to cold tea, it really is delicious, so you should try it. So I'm getting my ice, and I'm just going to finish up with the tea, and then I am going to mop. But before I mop, I'm definitely going to stop by and check off some things on the list. So this steam mop is amazing. It is a shark steam mop, and it both conditions and it buffs your floor at the same time. I love this mop because it leaves my floors shiny and clean. Any of my hardwood floors in my home, this is my go-to mop that I use. This mop is absolutely hands down amazing. I just love it. I've tried the cedar mop on these hardwood floors, and I just prefer this mop over the cedar. I do use the cedar mop in my bathrooms to scrub out my showers as well as my bathtubs. It works well in there, but for tile and hardwood floors, this is my go-to pick. So I'm able to polish my floors, and that just makes me so excited about getting everything done in my kitchen. I have moved on to putting my bar stools back, and now I'm going to go ahead and give this cabinet a quick wipe down. It was so dusty and dirty that my kids even wrote "clean me" in it because they're just characters like that. But I'm just getting it wiped down, and this is the cabinet that houses all of my sparkling water. I am a big sucker for sparkling water. I love sparkling water. It is by no means a way to replace your water intake, your normal water intake, but it's nice to have 1 or 2 a day, and it's just a good refresher for me. So on either side of this cabinet, you see there's a basket, and that's where we house our just regular bottled water, and my kids are able to access the bottled water at room temperature versus it being in the refrigerator where it's out of sight and they don't see it, and so they drink a little bit, put it in the refrigerator, and they forget about it. So instead of that, we keep the baskets on either side, and they're able to get the water, and then they kind of take the waters either in their rooms or they leave them on the island, and they put their names on them, and they're able to distinguish whose is whose that way. So they're really good about finishing their water. I don't really have a lot of random water bottles sitting around, so that's good. I have moved on to laundry, and this is the part where it gets interesting because my son, who is 5, decided he wanted to help me film. So he's moving the camera around a little bit in hopes that he can get a better angle. And he's just in that mood or in that stage where he likes to help mommy out a lot, which I don't mind because, you know, he'll get older one day and then he won't help me anymore. No, but we have completed the checklist, and I really thank you all for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, also that notification bell if you haven't already, and give this video a big thumbs up. Bye.
I won't make it easy for you now. You got to